Hello, fellow hag lovers. I'm back again. So with Halo Campaign Evolved, with that coming out in the coming months here, I think it's supposed to be like summertime release or something. There's a lot of people in the community who are kind of like cautiously optimistic about the game. I know Master Cheeks kind of briefly spoke on it, saying that there's a potential that it might actually be good and that he's hoping it's good. And I watched today, I saw the guy's channel. His name is Brody ST. I watched his video. Seems like a nice channel, seems like a nice guy. But it kind of goes back to my whole like toxic positivity problem that we face in the community. Nothing against Brody ST. I like his videos, they're nice. But at the same time though, like, let's be objective here, right? Every other product that the studio has put out, utter garbage. Horrible. Bad. If I make like 20 houses that are shitty and fall apart, right? Or just don't hold up, you're not going to trust me to build any more houses, right? So doubting the capabilities of Halo Studios is going to be your natural reaction, to at least anyone who's sane, right? But I think that Halo fans, I use Halo fans in quotation marks, but at least like the modern Halo fans, I honestly, dude, I think they deserve less. I think they deserve the SLOP. I think that they deserve to pay $70 for a game that's literally just an asset flip of a previous game that's a remake of a far better product, right? I think they deserve that, in truth, mainly just because of the unwavering support that they had from Halo 5 and Halo Infinite, right? It's okay, if you were trying to be somewhat optimistic about Halo 4 initially when it came out, right? You're like, all right, well, they're trying to find their footing, they're trying to, make their way or whatever, right? And you were hoping that Halo 5 was going to be good. But we have so many different instances of this studio just actively hating on the IP and making just garbage Halo games. There's so many different instances of this that, like, what other reputation are they gonna have? Like, what you're gonna tell me that's like, hey man, yeah, they made my house and it was garbage the last 3 times, but maybe they'll get it right this time. Or like you go to Subway and it's like, man, these sandwiches have been awful the last couple times, I hope it's better. And it's probably not gonna be better. I mean, let's just be real here. Like, I don't want to be a black pill connoisseur here or anything, but like we have to be realistic here. Well, what this game's probably going to be, right? It's already running on the Unreal Engine. Like, we already know there's going to be issues with the frame rate and a bunch of other technical issues that come with Unreal. And also too, they're not even bothering to match the original art style of Halo Combat Evolved. They're not even bothering with that. So if they're too lazy to even try to like come up with some new models to at least try to match the original's art style, then like what's that tell you about the rest of the product, right? Like, if you're making a remake of something and you're going like balls to the wall or whatever with it, like, you want to be as faithful as you can be to it, right? Like, let's look at like the Resident Evil 4 remake, for example, right? The RE4 remake, for the most part, was fairly faithful to the original. Like, you look at characters, they look the same for the most part, with slight graphical enhancements and whatnot, right? But it still maintains, for the most part, the original kind of core gameplay loop of the original, just with some enhanced movement mechanics, right? But with the Halo Campaign Evolved remake, though, like, they're not even bothering to stay with the original's art style, right? So what does that tell you about the care they're having, like, with looking at the original product and trying to make that into something new, right? It's very foreboding, right? And not to mention that, let's get to the Fanta topic. I saw this on Twitter. They have the Halo Fanta, Halo Fanta. Hey, look, you can buy the Halo Fanta skin. You'll get it. It's gonna be great, and you can have it as a skin in the game that has no multiplayer. It's just, campaign only. You can have it in there. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. You're gonna pay $70 for the SLOP. You're gonna love it. The Halo fans are gonna love this one. I mean, come on, dude. It's stuff like this that makes me truly believe that Halo fans really do deserve the SLOP. They They deserve everything they get for continuously supporting this company. You're really gonna pay $70? I'm assuming it's gonna be $70, right? I could be wrong, it could be 60. I haven't seen anything about what the price is gonna be listed at. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments section, but dude, I'm not paying $70 in this economy for a freaking asset flip of a game that I've already played. I'm not, it's just not gonna happen, right? And if I'm wrong, right? If I'm wrong and Halo Campaign Evolved is actually good, I will make an apology video. I will make an apology video and I will say I was wrong and you guys were actually right. But the chances of that happening, I don't think it's too high though, right? But, you know, in a sense, I honestly, I want to be wrong. Like, I really do want to be wrong, right? Like, it's almost like there's two wolves inside me, right? There is, I want Halo to be completely dead, so that way they stop parading around the corpse of my, like, most, like, favorite franchise of all time, right? So that way it can finally lay to rest, and we could just kind of remember the Bungie games and be like, yep, that was fun, you know, it was cool, and let's move on with our life, right? And then there's the other wolf inside me that says, you know what, I'd like to see a Halo game that's actually good. I'd actually like to see one that's not utter freaking, you know, dog shit, right? And it's a constant battle between those two wolves, right? Like, I don't want to be negative about Halo all the time, and I know that's kind of like the reputation for my channel at least. But let's be real here, guys. Like, what are the actual chances of this being any good, right? What are the actual chances? I just don't see it. I think it's gonna be bad. I think it's gonna be just like all the other 343 games, and they're gonna retcon the original lore. They're gonna completely wipe that away and inject in their new lore or whatever into it, and it's just not gonna be a faithful recreation of the original. It's just not. But if I'm wrong, I will apologize. I'll make a video. I'll call myself Big Dum Dum and that I was being too negative. Okay? But, oh yeah, shout out to the Brody ST guy. I like his videos. They're pretty nice. You should go check them out when you have a chance. But yeah, and for anyone who says I don't have Halo credentials, right? I've literally played this game. This is the first-person shooter I've ever played, right? I played this back when it came out, back in like 2000, I think it was like 2001 when it originally came out. This is literally the first-person shooter I ever played, right? I literally grew up with this franchise. I've played all the games minus like Halo 5 because I never had an Xbox. Was it like the Xbox One or whatever? I never had that, so I never played it, and they never reported it to Steam or to PC. I mean, so I just never bothered with it. I knew it was awful, so I just didn't bother. I think it's safe to say I'm a subject matter expert when it comes to Halo in this regard. Also, Master Cheeks subscribed to my channel, so that's also even more Halo credits here, okay? For any of the naysayers who says I'm a grifter. It's like, dude, I can't be a freaking grifter. I've literally been with the franchise since, like, pretty much day one. That's how long I've known this game for, or the game series for, right? So, I want it to be good. I want the game, I want Halo Combat, or Halo Campaign Evolved, I want it to be good. But everything I've seen so far just does not, it spells a completely different kind of story as far as what the final product's going to be. And that makes me black-pilled. So, yeah. Anyways, I don't think it's going to be good, but I will literally eat my words if I'm wrong. Anyways, kind of going back to my point though, like, the 343 fans have earned this, right? They were there for Halo Infinite. They ate up Halo Infinite. They bought the $30, $20 skins. You know, they bought the rec packs or whatever. They did all these things to support and encourage this company with bad practices, right? You know, they were there unconditionally. We've had literally years of people having nothing but toxic positivity towards Halo. Creators who weren't really willing to come out and genuinely criticize the game and tell people what it really is in comparison to the original Halo games, right? We've had years of that. So it's like, it's kind of like down to me and like maybe like a few other creators on YouTube who will actually tell you like, hey, this is the actual state of the franchise. Like, it's not looking too good, right? So, and until that toxic positivity environment is completely ripped out from the ground up, and we can have intellectual honesty about the IP, there's really not going to be much room for growth here. Yeah, I mean, maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't. I don't know, but yeah, go ahead and check out Brody ST's channel. Looks like a nice guy. Cool stuff. Cool format videos. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I will see you on the next one.